Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Wednesday the 25th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning, fairly decent time frame, a little later than normal, but wasn't too bad. I was up super late last night and drove home, got home about 2 a.m. and then I've got a weird thing in my head that when I'm staying awake driving, I don't like to walk right in and try and go straight to sleep, because then I feel like I keep myself awake long enough to make sure I'm driving, kind of thing. So when I got home, I got the dog out, finished up my cigar that I had on the way home, and hung outside for a little bit. And went in, grabbed myself a couple chips because I skipped dinner. So got myself some Cool Ranch Doritos and watched a little bit of TV. Wife was zonking back out pretty quick. We chatted a little bit when I got home. I don't know, I was home and alive and safe and all that fun stuff. So this morning when I got up, it was kind of a little bit late. We got chatting a little bit in the morning, and she realized what time it was. She had a coworker call her, asking her stuff. She's like, oh shit, I'm late. Which she's salaried and she's working, I don't know, 60 hours plus a week, probably 70 hours a week. So to hell if she shows up a little late, it's not like a problem. But so she took off and got out of there, and then she reminded me tomorrow I got to leave early. So I got to get there because she has a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and she's got to make sure she gets up and around and goes tomorrow quickly. So I was like, yep, all good. So got up, got the dog out, jumped in the hot tub for a little bit, got my soak on, chilled out there for a while, had a couple other things to get done today. And for some reason I was thinking I had today with no appointments with the father-in-law or nothing, and that was actually yesterday, but it felt like it wasn't, because yesterday I ended up making 2 different trips up to Daytona to take a friend to help do some stuff she was trying to take care of, and then came back, dealt with people taking my power line down and all that. So I kind of thought that my day off was today, but it's not. So I'd take him there at 3, which was not that big a deal, but it's all good. So went ahead, got a couple things done around the house, chilling with the dog in and out. He was getting too hot outside, so we'd head inside for a little bit and chill out. And then went ahead and decided to get some yard mowing done. Trying to get caught back on that. I kind of fell behind on it a little bit. My foot was pretty messed up, so I wasn't wanting to push a mower around the yard at all. So got some of that mowed, and then got my run in, and basically got myself a shower real quick. Took my father-in-law to physical therapy. At that point I had my run done, so I wasn't running while I was there with him, and used that time to return some stuff to Amazon, which is a UPS store that takes your returns back. So I went and dropped them off there. That worked out just nice and easy, so it was not a problem. Got in and out of there very quickly, headed back over, went and did a little shopping, like at Bealls and stuff right there, and kind of looked around. They used to have a Big Lots right there too, and they've closed out with their, I don't know, bankruptcy or what they're doing. There's a place called Aldi's going in, and Aldi's is some kind of discount closeout store or something. I don't know what it is, but they got a bunch of signs up looking for help, and they had a bunch of people there doing construction work, refinishing all the floors and all that fun stuff. So I kind of looked in the door a little bit, kind of see what they were doing, and then walked over to the pet supermarket and their Super Pet, whatever that is, whatever chain it is. Walked on it a little bit, and then hit the Dollar Tree, picked up myself some snacks and stuff that is kind of, I don't know, killing a little time. And then headed back over to waiting for my father-in-law's physical therapy to get done, grabbed him, headed home, then chilled out with the dog a little bit, and hanging around waiting for my wife to get home from work. I reached out to her and said, hey, one of the pizza places that we ate at the other day for their pasta ended up having half price plus like $1.50 pizzas on Mondays and Wednesdays. So I asked her if she wanted to go pick one of those up, and she said she did. So she headed out to go do that, and said she's on her way home. And I'd actually laid down on the couch for a little bit, just kind of relaxing and hanging. And I feel just pretty whooped. Like I feel like I'm low energy. And I'm thinking I might be getting a cold or flu coming on, because I'm just kind of really winded quickly. I don't have a lot of stamina in my breath, and I just feel like never rested. So I'm also, I think that's what's happening. So I feel it coming on. I'm gonna try and get some more vitamin C on me, see if I can't keep this at bay and not get sick and all that good fun stuff. So yeah, I ended up dozing off at one point, I know, at least for a little bit, but she came home, went ahead and got her pizza, ate, got the dog fed, all that good fun stuff, chilled out for the evening, and then hung around the house for a while after dinner. Usually I head back outside with the dogs, but I was like, the dog don't need to go back out right away, and I don't really feel like going either. So I kind of ended up laying on the couch, put my head on my wife's lap, and just kind of curled up next to her for a little bit and just chatted and hung out with her for a little while, which was nice. And that worked out well. And then decided to head back out, have myself a cigar, and wrap that up, have myself a nice little evening with the dog outside. and headed in eventually fairly early, and then watched a little TV with my bride and had myself another snack and wrapped it up and called it a night. So overall, pretty uneventful day, but I did get some stuff accomplished that needed to be done. So that's pretty much all we got. Oh, I did reach out to the people who are doing my garage, building my building, and I told them the power line's down and stuff now. So as soon as we get the concrete guy here, we can start forming that up, getting it all moved in and all that good fun stuff. And said she's reaching out to him and finding out when we can get me on the schedule and move forward with it. So pretty excited about that moving forward. And also went ahead and sold off a handful of my Tesla stock because it was kind of had a nice little run up there, and I was needing no more cash to finish my garage the way I want it. I got enough money to build the garage, but not insulate it and get the lift in and all that kind of stuff and wiring. I think it's going to cost more. So I went and pulled out another 15 grand out of the market, sold 17,250, I think is what I sold, and ended up pulling 15 grand cash out of it, and it hit the bank. So it takes a little while to transfer the money from the stock market account into my personal bank account, but that's there. So now I got $40,000 cash in the bank account waiting. I pulled 25 out a while back when I got my permit approved, not knowing it was going to take this long to get the power line down. But that was, I don't know, 6 months ago maybe. But it was going to be $5,500 minimum to move the power line myself prior to them moving it, because it's already part of the system that I'm paying for. I didn't know it could be a month, so it could be a year, and we were kind of in that process, and I wasn't willing to pay $5,500 then have it get moved automatically like a month later. I'd be really pissed off. So even at this point, I'm still about $1,000 a month ahead of the game. So yeah, definitely it was not worth $1,000 a month just to have my building put up a little bit sooner. So that $5,500 I budgeted for my project now can go into better insulation or other things I want to put in the shop, maybe a new toolbox or something to fill the space up. So yeah, that's something that I'm excited about, and hopefully we can get that going, and we'll just be rocking along with a new shop, which would be cool. So I'm also figuring I'm going to put a secondary fence up. I got a fence already now between the backyard and that side yard where the shop's going to go, but I don't know if I quite trust it. That's my only barrier, because right now I got a second fence out there that's the front of the house, which I trust. So I don't trust seeing the dogs out there. They're going to take a couple weeks doing construction work, and once they start doing the concrete work, that whole front fence has to come down completely. So I'm going to build another secondary fence, and just, it's going to be temporary, same as this fence is, but it's going to be another semi-secured temporary fence. So yeah, I want to get that done, and that way I don't have to worry about it. I'll have an extra layer of safety, and won't have to be worried about the dogs getting out, especially when the crews that are working. They'll be more likely to be drawn to that and wanting to be there with them. So I haven't figured out where I'm going to put that fence or how I'm going to put it, but I got to build a whole nother gate and everything. So getting that in my mind, figuring out what I want to do with it. So anyway, that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.